Let's make some soap. If you were wondering why I did not post a video yesterday, it is because I was busy making this one soap that took me the entire day yesterday. This is one of your very favorite soaps, and I'm changing it up a little bit. So my first step is to mix up my oils, butters, and lye water solution and mix this to emulsion, and then I'm adding some blue colorant and I'm adding some fragrance. And the fragrance I'm using for this soap is Mandarin Cranberry, because I know you guys love that fragrance. And then I poured this blue soap into my mold. I thought I was recording and I was not. Mistakes have been made. I also forgot to put an embed in this soap, so I am adding it now. And because I'm making this soap upside down, I thought I was putting that yellow embed in the correct spot. I wanted it in the opposite corner, but that's okay, we're gonna roll with it. Next, I am scraping my first design in this soap. Next, it's time to mix up my second batch, and this is going to be a solid black. And I am using activated charcoal powder for the black colorant. And activated charcoal powder is actually very, very good for your skin. Then I'm adding my fragrance oil and getting that all mixed up. And this black soap is getting poured into that groove on the left side of the soap. And after this black soap had set up, it's time to scrape my second design. My next batch of soap is going to be a very small batch, and this is going to be a green color. And this is getting poured on the grooves on the right side of this soap. After the green soap had set up, it's time to scrape again. Soap batch number 4 is going to be red. And this is getting poured over the black portion of my soap. And after my red soap had set up, it's time to scrape again. And this is the part that you don't see, the 562 times I have to scrape and add soap and scrape and add more soap and scrape and add more soap. This is the one step that takes me absolutely forever. It takes forever to get this part right. I get so frustrated during this step of the soap. Yesterday I was literally saying out loud, why am I making this soap? But then I remember the final soap is beautiful, but the process is very difficult. So after I was finished with the nightmare step of this soap, I made another very small batch of black soap. And this gets poured in that tiny little groove in the red. And after that had set up, I am scraping again. And I know this soap looks like a hot mess right now, but this is one of those soaps you really have to trust the process. Next, it's time to make my final batch, which is green. And this is a lighter green than the previous color that I poured. And then I'm pouring my green soap into the remainder of this mold. And since this is actually going to be the bottom of the soap, I'm using a popsicle stick to kind of smoothen out the very top and to make it flat as I can make it. And when I'm done, I let out a very big sigh of relief that this is over. The next day, it is time to unmold and cut the soap. Now this is the part I really enjoy. And I actually made 4 loaves of this soap, which is another reason this soap took 35 hours to make yesterday. So I put my first loaf of soap into my multi-bar cutter and cut these into individual bars. And this is what my soaps look like. So at Christmas time, I make a version of this with snow on the ground and snow on the roof of the barn. And then there's snow in the background with the sky. But this time I wanted to make a summer version with the green grass, the blue sky, and the sun. Of course, my sun, I did place the sun in the wrong spot. I wanted it in the opposite corner facing the barn, but you know, minor details. I still love the way this soap turned out. So these soaps are all headed to my curing racks for the next 4 weeks, but you can pre-order these on my website at eartherella.com, and these will begin shipping the week of March 25th. And please note there is a 2-bar limit per person. So I hope you love my new Summer Barn soaps, and thank you so much for watching.